Yes, people, welcome to Never a Foul. If you ain't been there before, like and subscribe, because we're going to be talking about probably, if you got just come over from Saeed's channel, then pretty much all of that. But, you know, I'm here at the moment because, you know what it is? It's tired of people being late. Some people can't actually control that. But we'll be joined by Roms, who is just on Saeed's channel, he's coming over. We got Monts. Let's have a little timer of how long he's going to take to get in it. Jay, a gal, he's not punching up no one on this stream, so don't worry. There's Ches as well, Asterisk Chest, who thinks he doesn't say anything because we ain't got enough receipts to go back like we give a fuck from about 12 months ago for something he dad said. And then, yeah, there's myself. I don't know if I've missed anyone out. Oh, is my mic off? Oh, fuck. 1 second. 1 second. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Yeah? Can you hear me now? Yeah, you can hear me now. Fucking hell, man. You know what it is? See this lead here? Yeah. This lead wasn't in on the upper end. I'm gonna have to cut that out now. So yeah. Anyways, my bad. Shit production. How dare have I? You know what it is? There's me thinking like, yeah, let me go on time. You know, forget everybody else. They're gonna be late. You know, it is what it is. Some may not be late. Some may be. I don't know. But yes, welcome to Never a Foul. If you see that mute session, I was just doing my best impression of, you know, Arsenal fans complaining about their first 6 fixtures. Yeah, I'll see you in the back. How about that? Your mic ain't hitting the same, actually. It looked like it was in. It looked like it was in pause. But yeah, look, we're going to be joined by a gal. We're going to be joined by Ches. We're going to be joined by Roms, Monts, and Jay as well. We're going to talk about transfer news, all the fixtures, all of that. Still, oh my God, is it coming from my camera? There's no way this is coming from my camera. Wait, let me get. Hey, gal, does my shit sound shit? It sounds that bad. I talk to these guys quick.
Yo, I don't know what's going on with the audio, but yeah, it definitely does sound like it's far from where you're speaking. But yeah, man, what's going on, everybody? How's everyone doing? Liverpool in for Guehi? What are we talking about today? Chelsea, Spurs are both in for. Who's that guy that Chelsea and Spurs are in for? Never heard of him. But yeah, guys, let me know what you guys think about your fixtures in the chat. We got bare people in the comments saying big up Never a Foul community, big up all you guys in the comment section. Hope you guys are doing well. I can see some of you guys already showing some love to Kaz and myself. Yeah, the mic definitely did sound a little bit funky. Say something, Kaz.
Yo, you can hear me now, innit?
100%.
Oh my God,
you sound like you're in the studio now.
Hear me out, yeah.
Yeah.
Give me a sec.
Yeah.
Oh,
you went
God, man.
You went from 1997 microphones to back in the studio.
Yeah, my bad. Long story short,
somebody messed around with the settings.
I put the wrong lead in. So if people don't know, in the studio, here's an extra lead that's not connected up. Here's another lead that isn't connected up. So, but that's for the other side. So my bad, shit. But there's loads of people in the building. Big up a gal. We're gonna be joined by the rest of the crew. You can see them on the thumbnail, Roms and so forth. Let me put this into perspective, anyways, man.
What have you been up to?
Oh, mate. Absolute diabolical. What a shit start. 4 minutes in, and I've had an absolute howler.
It's okay, man.
But yeah,
these things happen.
he sounds like he's a resistant turn. These are just cussing me out, man.
These things happen, man. Don't worry. Keep it moving.
And now I've got to fix my headphones.
Have you seen Manchester United's fixtures?
Nah, man. Talk about your fixtures. Talk about your fixtures. The first three I seen that you've got 3 tough. I think you got City away. I think you've got Tottenham away, and you've got Arsenal. No, who? There's another. Aston Villa away.
I have it in front of me. So if I'm not mistaken, we start first game of the season against Wolves. That's a relatively decent game. We play Wolves first game at home. Wolves tends to be a team that picks up form later in the season, so it might be a good opportunity to catch them. Then we start off quite tough, but I don't mind it really. We get Aston Villa away, second game of the season, get that out of the way. That was a tough game for us last season. We lost to them. Of course, they also beat Man City. So maybe early in the season, we can catch them a little bit off guard. Hopefully, our team is ready to go quick early in the season because we're going to have a lot of tough games to begin the season. I'm not even complaining. I don't mind getting a bunch of the tough games out of the way early. So as we could have as easy as a title running as possible, because we just need to weather the storm for the beginning of the season. Then you got Brighton at home. Brighton's another bogey team. If we had this start in the title running, it would be much worse than if we had it at the beginning. Then September is an absolute nightmare. You play Tottenham away in a North London derby, September 14th. There's death, taxes, and playing Tottenham in September. This always happens. We always play Tottenham early in the season. So, and this time it's not at home. Usually we're playing them at home for early in the season in North London derbies. This time we're playing them away. Man City away after Tottenham. So hear that out. The first 3 away games in the Premier League campaign for Arsenal are Aston Villa, Tottenham, and Man City. We are going to be well and truly tested in our first 5 Premier League games. And then we finally get an easy game, which is which is newly promoted Leicester on the 28th of September. So that is our first 6 games. Very difficult. Then you go to October. October is a little bit easier. We got Southampton, Bournemouth, and then we play Liverpool at home. Rather Liverpool at home than Liverpool away. November, we got Newcastle, Chelsea away. Those are tough games. And then we got Nottingham Forest at home and West Ham away. So even November is tough. So to start the whole campaign, we start off quite difficult. And then it gets a lot easier from there. December, which is usually a very tough December, we don't have to leave London. Our away games in December are Brentford, Crystal Palace, and Fulham, and then the rest of our games are at home. So all of December we're going to be in London. In January, similar story. We play Tottenham, Aston Villa at home, and then only away trips are against Bournemouth, Brighton, and Wolves. So it's quite easy. And then the fixtures, the title running, that's where it gets crazy again. Our title running is going to be a little bit easier this time. So if we can weather the storm for the beginning of the season, Kaz, I'm very confident that we could pull it off.
If you don't, are you going to use that as an excuse why you didn't win the league at the end of the season?
No,
that we had tough fixtures at the start, because that's what I don't want to hear.
Fixtures are fixtures. At the end of the day, we should be beating majority of these teams. The only tough part about it is if we fall behind by dropping too much points to the likes of Tottenham and Man City away in September, it could look ugly, but I do expect us to get back into things.
It's best to play City away early than rather than play them at the business end of the season. Let's get one thing straight. Also, Roms, stop shaking your head. I've got
only team we play away.
Roms, by the way,
Liverpool.
Roms, someone said Liverpool will lift the Premier League trophy after final game at home to Crystal Palace.
I know what you're doing.
Wait.
Wow.
By the way, this is going into the receipts folder for Roms. Roms said this on Twitter, and I've got a screenshot, and I quote, it says, ours will be gold too. Also will be Centurions. Oh, and how can I forget, we'll have the record for least goals while we're at it. Hashtag number 20. Don't let him get away with anything. This guy is a fraud. No. This is what Liverpool fans do, man.
That's the
whatever.
But no, big up.
Yeah, man, big up, man. All the fixtures. I ain't seen everyone's fixtures, but I already said this. I guarantee Chelsea or Liverpool end up with a newly promoted side at the start of the season.
No, Chelsea play Man City first game.
No, you're saying Chelsea or Liverpool, but do you know why I'm gassed here? I wanted United away first game of the season. I want to get United away.
Liverpool play Ipswich. Kaz, you're right. Liverpool play Ipswich.
Yeah, all the time.
We play Ipswich. Portman Road will be rocking. traditional English ground type, but we should get the dub. I'm expecting 6 out of 6 for our first 2. Then we go to Old Trafford on the 31st, end of August. I'm never confident going there. Never. Because Ten Hag is undefeated against Liverpool at Old Trafford. So anyone saying have chess, I can't have chess for Old Trafford. But we should be winning our first 2, man. We should.
What do you mean? Wait,
you know who kicks off the campaign?
What do you mean by Old Trafford? Wait, what?
No, United.
United kick off the campaign at Old Trafford.
Yeah, on a Friday night, guys.
Yeah, but the thing is, we've done that. We've you know what's mad? That's told me a stat, yeah. Man United, we played a home game at the start of the season for like 8 consecutive times, where Man City have started 8 consecutive away games.
Brown envelopes, you're paying them.
Well, I'm not being funny. Do you think I would want to be playing on a Friday night under the lights against Fulham?
Nobody does.
First game. The only one that did that, I remember, was Arsenal 2 seasons ago when it got Zinchenko and Jesus and they won at Crystal Palace like 2-0.
Yeah.
Do you remember? That was the one where you're like, oh shit. Like that was
tough, yeah.
Let me see Man United's fixtures and I want to see everyone's fixtures. Does everyone know
that, bro? Fulham at home you guys should win, but if you guys
no, stop right there, guy. That's where you went wrong. That is should and will be a win. There's no excuse to not have any. There's no, I don't know if we're gonna win at Old Trafford. No, it has to be a win. Otherwise, spooky questions, bro. Like it should be an easy fixture. I know I'm not saying no disrespect to Fulham, but it can't be going on like last season. Like, oh, you're gonna get a game, are you gonna win, or you're not gonna win. That's pathetic.
That would be a Fulham without Paulinho as well.
That's what we love. That's what we love. Let me see. Wait, Ches, just quick one. Do you know your fixtures off by heart, first 6 and all that kind of stuff a little bit? Yeah.
Come on, Maresca, champions first.
Let me check it out now because I haven't checked it properly. I'll be real.
Yeah, because I'm trying to find Man United's fixtures.
Ches, I want to say from you get something from that.
Just go to Central Goal.
We're home away. I think we're at home.
Well, I see.
City.
Yeah, I know it's City, but is it at home? If it's at home, then boy.
Why do we always play Liverpool? Why do we always play Liverpool in pre-season?
You gets a result against City first game.
Wait, brother. Wait, 1 sec. We got Brighton away, Liverpool at home. Going to that game. Southampton away, St Mary's, Crystal Palace away, and then Tottenham, and then Aston Villa away. We ain't got nothing good going on.
Yeah, who said the fixtures have to be easy?
No. Don't get me wrong. Getting Crystal Palace out the way early is a delight. Yeah, playing Tottenham at home, I couldn't give a shit. I'm gonna be honest. I don't care. Villa though, Brighton, Southampton. Nah, you just put bogey. You just put bogey teams, Man United's bogey teams in one place, bro. I wouldn't be surprised. You know what? It could either go one way. Man United surprise the hell out of everyone, or we end up we're in 12th.
Random, yeah.
What month are you talking about, Cal?
Huh?
What month are you talking about?
August and September, and then even going further forward than that, it's a little bit horrible. And you got to add in little shitty Europa fixtures into that debate too.
August and September. August, you only play Liverpool, Fulham, and Brighton.
Yeah, look at home or away, G.
Oh yeah, you got one away trip to Brighton.
Bro.
Yeah.
Our fixtures are so similar to last year. You know when Chelsea had Liverpool, Roms, Liverpool, we had Liverpool at home. They had West Ham away. But it was basically the same thing. Like,
it's not that bad, bro. It's not that bad, Kaz. I think if you look later on, if you're in a title race or a top 4 race, that's where it's shaky.
Yeah, of course. Let me look at Chelsea's fixtures. So Chelsea, I can't.
They have it.
They got Man City off the bat.
I think they win.
I'll take that. By the way.
I'm saying from now.
Wolves away where they lost last time out. Crystal Palace at home, which they'll probably end up winning. But let's see what Glasnow's got in the first few games. Bournemouth away, West Ham away, Brighton at home, Forest at home, Liverpool away. It's not that bad. Like it's okay. I think Chelsea.
It depends on a lot of things.
It's quite balanced, I would say.
Yeah,
you don't want Man
City.
Why would you not?
I'll tell you why you want City. Yeah, they never start the season that well. City gets serious after January. Chelsea, I think Chelsea will beat them. I'll say it now. Unpopular opinion.
Wrong.
Listen, I'll tell you right now. I thought the same thing. I was sitting there the day before my wedding, watching Unai Emery's first game versus Man City, and they absolutely slapped us. So
that's the case for you.
Yeah, but that was first game of the season.
That's your story, though. That
was like 4 or 5 games into the season.
No, that was the first game of the season.
What? Wait, when?
We played Man City on the first game of the season, or maybe the second, one or the other, but we got slapped at home. Unai Emery's first game at the Emirates or something like that. It was an embarrassment.
Do you know what? Yeah, lovely. Because Jay's here. Yeah, I remember when Pep went to Spurs first day of the season, got slapped. I think even Staps here will agreed. First 3-4 games, City, they normally have that surprise shock, and I think it's just made for Maresca. I'm not, you know, maybe not win, but I don't think Chelsea lose that game. Maresca being his apprentice, I just think it's made for Chelsea, man. You know them games, last game on a Sunday, everyone's up for it, sunny day at the bridge. I can see you taking points off City. It doesn't matter though, because City will go on to still.
The thing is, there's certain games like City fans are like, that's his buzzing. He's like, yeah, Stamford Bridge out the way. Who gives a shit?
Yeah,
that's like me. Old Trafford out the way as well.
Man.
Yeah,
My
brother. Last time, you know what that reminds me of? 2 seasons ago, we played you roughly around the same time. Yeah. And we was expected to get battered. And I remember going into that game, and I was buzzing. I can't wait. You know what? The amount of algorithm that's going to go off in August and in August is mental. Wait, if you got Tottenham third fixture, Arsenal fans?
Yeah.
So we've got a mad double whammy weekend. What the fuck?
We play Tottenham, I think, in the
Tottenham
14th,
away, innit?
The 14th or something like that.
Tottenham away.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Premier League are trying to set them up to win. The Premier League want to set them up to win. They want to make sure that Arsenal have got top, because remember, this is the narrative for other things, so we're going to spin it to make it fair, yeah? They want to make sure that you got Emirates at home for both crucial fixtures this time around. Just saying, innit? They don't want to fight.
You know what it is? I'm not saying this is a gal, but Arsenal got us the third to last game of the season. They're saying they're winning the league at Anfield already. I've already checked all the Twitter. We're winning.
No, but we do that every year.
They think this is 89. They think this is 89.
But Roms, you said you're doing the gold trophy, Centurions, and the lowest clean sheet. You said you're winning. You're getting number 20.
Oh, we're doing it, Kaz. We're doing it, man. Come on, you know we're doing it.
So what we doing here, man? What are you saying, Jay?
All good, man. All good. I'm just looking at the. I'm looking at the Premier League fixtures. I'm seeing what the script writers have got for me this season. You know, season two. It's you know, like the thing is, it's like I like to think of you know, seasons and teams, like almost like a TV show. Do you know what I mean? So season 1 wasn't bad. Do you know what I mean? We had some good characters. Like the ending, you know, the writers, it didn't really feel it. But season 2, this is when we're trying to get there. You know what I mean? Like, new characters. We're looking for a big finale.
Jay, do you know the best analogy for season 1? Yeah. It started off well, but I just didn't really watch the end of it.
Bro, our season one was like heroes. Started off amazingly. You know, like save the cheerleader, save the world kind of vibe.
Oh, my days.
I know, yeah, I'm bringing it back. And then after that, it got to a point where it's like, is there a writer's strike? We need to wrap the show up. So yeah,
I was gonna say more like Walking Dead.
And what's it? Arsenal coming to our stadium? You know, game 3. I like it. I think the funniest thing that I'm noticing about the narratives, everyone's kind of saying that, you know, this is difficult and that is difficult. Essentially, what we're saying is there's about 14 or 15 teams in the Premier League who are good now. Do you know what I mean? Like 14 or 15 teams where if you go away to that team, it is not a nice game. Yeah, it's not like a good. And there's only 2 teams in the Premier League. You can make an argument for Liverpool, but City and Arsenal are basically, to me, the only teams who can be looking at games like Bournemouth away, Wolves away, and being like, yeah, that's lunch. Any other team in the Premier League outside of those top 2, every one of those games is hard. Wolves away, hard. Bournemouth away, hard. Fulham away, hard. All of these all of these games, yeah, are difficult games. And for me, it's like the strength of your team is going to be tested in those kind of games. You know, we're gonna see.
Well, they gave Man United Brighton away with a new manager. Their first home game. Amazing. Again, we're playing Brighton early.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They got Nagel's boy. Do you know what I mean? They got the new kid on the block, and I don't like. I've been desperate for Brighton to start messing up because I feel like they get a lot of praise for doing kind of what like Liverpool and Tottenham do on a smaller scale, but they get a lot of praise for it. Do you know what I mean? So I've been waiting for the chairman to kind of mess up, make a bad hire. But I did the research. This guy looks good. You got teams like Wolves, Gary O'Neill's second season, Marco Silva, Thomas Frank. You know, a lot of these teams are building. So for me, I'd rather be a team going into second season than being a team going into my first season in this kind of Premier League environment, because I don't know how easy or difficult it will be for the slots, for the Marescas, to implement a new style of play versus other teams who are more established in what they're trying to do technically with the team. So from my point of view, it's just very interesting. Way too early to do predictions, but I'm liking the lay of the land, and I'm liking how the landscape is being set up.
It's never too early to do predictions. You know how people are.
Well, listen, I don't want to get.
You and Gal. You mean you and Don? You and
Yeah,
Don.
Gal, I had Chelsea third.
Bro, come on. I seen people making predictions before the schedule even came out. So like, let's keep it real.
Well, Grease. Well, I don't know about you, Ches, but we Greasy's already done his thing. We had a whole debate on it yesterday. Monts got involved with it, trying to say a little something. Right. I got involved with trying to tell him a little something. Who else? Most man got in there and say, "How can you prediction?"
To be fair, he did say top 4, but he said like if everything goes perfectly,
yeah.
What challenge? But that could be said for everybody in it. So like, for me personally, Don said on the show, I watched it back here. He said that man that apparently if Chelsea get free credit signings or whatever, they'll challenge for the league. He was saying like in a perfect scenario, but you could use that for every team here, innit? But my thing is, it's kind of obvious to see where this is going to lay out. Like, I don't really think there's going to be much change.
Brother, if you got a perfect scenario,
maybe the only differences will be like I think that the top 6 will be top 6. I think everyone in the top 6.
I agree.
I don't think that Aston Villa and Newcastle will.
I agree.
Who else was in there? Just
Newcastle didn't finish top 6, mate.
No, he's saying the traditional.
So Aston Villa and Man United will swap round, but I don't know what position they'll finish off.
So he's saying the traditional top 6 will stay top 6.
I don't think there'll be much change. I think Man City and Arsenal will be the top 2. The only big difference is I think Liverpool will drop down, so they'll be challenging with Man United and Chelsea.
Okay, so Chez, if that's what you're saying, it'll be essential. No, hold on, Chez. No, because I just want to be clear, because he's saying Villa are going to drop off. You're saying Villa are going to drop off and Liverpool might drop off. Does that mean that the side that finished below those 2 teams is going to rise up? Out of curiosity.
Let me ask you something really simple. Did Chelsea underperform last season, or were we at the level you expected?
Okay, so you've got a new manager.
No, Jay. Let's not do this, please.
Why not?
Did we overperform? No, sorry. Did we underperform, or did we finish where you expect us to finish? That's all I want to know.
Well, okay.
You're stuttering, bro.
I'm stuttering because it's a question that's like, do I think a attack with Noni Madueke, Jackson, and Mudryk finished 7th, 6th? You finished 6th, right? You finished 6th, right? Yeah, so you finished 6th. That's about where you should be. Like that's about where you should be broadly based off that player.
So if I said to you, Jay, we could. This is obviously idealistic. Let's say Guirassy, Nkunku, Palmer, Elise, Enzo. Is that an upgrade on what you just said or not?
Absolutely.
Cool. That's what I wanted to know.
And you keep them out the treatment room, though, my friend.
I'm not being funny. I'm not being funny.
Get some minutes on the pitch, Hermano. Do you know?
By the way, I'm not being funny. Hold on, because I just clocked what you said about Don when he said perfect scenario. Top 4 is minimalistic.
No, he said for the league. Perfect scenario.
But for the league. Yeah. But I'm deep in. If you got what you wanted and everyone stays fit, if you finish 4th, that's a failure.
Ches, do you want to know what?
No, Cash.
Because you know what? Can't say that though. You know what? Ches. No, you know what? Sorry, man. Let me finish. Let me finish. No, so he said if you get a striker, if you get that Las Palmas goalkeeper, and you also get Elise.
Kirkes.
Yeah, Kirkes. If you have all of that in a perfect scenario, let's say everyone is fit. Yeah, your Reece James, your Gustos, your centre back pairings, and all that kind of stuff. That super squad finishing 4th That's
I'll
bollocks.
still say top 4. I'm not going to push
No, that's bollocks. You should be no. It's
Chad,
right.
you know
It's
why I'm
right.
saying
No,
that, though?
it's right
You know
what
why
Don
I'm
said.
saying
You
that?
should. It's right because
You know
Don
why I'm
said.
saying that? Two
Don
reasons
said
why I'm saying that,
challenge.
yeah.
Don said challenge.
Guys, two reasons why I'm saying that I'll still say top 4. Yeah,
Maresca's
the
first.
rivals have been telling me that our team isn't that good. The players are okay. Got a few standouts. So if I'm agreeing with them, then us having an injury-free season doesn't mean I want to go from a 6th to 1st or 2nd. Secondly, is a new manager, and thirdly, I haven't seen my team be consistent enough to say I'm going to challenge for the league.
But this is what I mean, Ches.
So that's what I'm saying.
That's what we was trying to tell my man in a chat yesterday, obviously, and it's like he wasn't having it, and it's like, well, we don't know what Molester can do.
But it doesn't mean to say we can't be consistent. I just haven't seen it long enough. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, fair enough.
But Ches, that's under Poch. So obviously now, I assume with your new style of play, the concept is that these basketball games that you've had previously, that won't be the case anymore. We're going to have a certain level of control. You're going to try, because obviously, and I will be Ches, I will be there for when teams play a low block against you and counter you, and you're like, oh man, Maresca needs to be more savvy. He needs to think about what he needs to do, like you were with Anne.
That's actually how Ches sounds.
No, is that how you trying to mock? Jay, you trying to mock me? Yeah.
That's how you sound. That's actually how you sound. Oh,
Yo.
yeah.
And Ron, why are you laughing at us showing teeth? Right.
No, but listen.
Yeah.
Ches, I want to rebuttal something you said. Yeah.
Oh, go on.
You're like,
No, wait, mate, you're on from. You can't do that unless you actually got a receipt for him because he's like, when I say that, go do that. When I say that,
No. Ches literally just said it 3 minutes ago, so he will remember. Ches just said, I think Arsenal City will be away and Liverpool will be challenging with the United, whatnot. I'll tell you now, I don't know Mont's opinion. We're going to be on our own island. We'll be about 8 to 10 points off City and Arsenal, and we'll be about 5 to 6 points off whoever's in 4th and 5th. We're literally going to be third in our own island.
You guys too, yeah. And listen, hey, they're going to low block counter you boys as well. I don't listen.
Yeah, Ron. Do you know what's interesting about that point?
Boys,
Yeah.
We'll
Why
get
are you
third.
assuming?
There's
Why
no
are you assuming?
One sec. Your mic, Jay. Your mic is quite low. Let me try to turn it up for you. Say something now.
I'm saying there's no possession. There's no possession first manager who comes into this league that implements a new style of play that doesn't hold at least 2 or 3 beatings in season 1 if he's trying to play progressively. I haven't seen it. Even Pep had to hold beatings in his season 1. So my point is to both of you guys, when you're saying Liverpool could be this and that, to me, there's a trade-off between the tactical prowess of Slot and the gigantic personality Klopp was that manifested itself in Liverpool. Now, I don't know where the line is. I don't know where the line between the tactical ability of Klopp versus Slot and versus the just personality of
Jay,
Klopp
can I piggyback off you and
make the team
respond to
better.
Ron's,
I don't know. So I think thinking you're going to be away from the rest of the pack might be a little idealistic.
Jay, listen to the latter. I said, I think we're going to be City and Arsenal, in my opinion, will clear us next season. Okay. So we're going to be. I'm not saying challenge and whatnot. My expectation.
You're saying that you're going to be away from the chasing pack.
The thing is,
who says you're not going to be chasing pack?
Because I still
the argument for Slot here is people say he's probably more tactically flexible than Klopp was, so therefore the football might improve overall, and therefore you get better results. But what you're forgetting is Klopp got the most out of his players, and that's how he is as a manager. And his tactics aren't bad, by the way. So his tactics are good, and he gets the most out of his players. So why are we assuming?
And he had Linders as well.
Linders is going to stay the same.
But you know what? I feel like, you know what? I'm going to be honest. I can't believe I'm doing this, but I think Liverpool right now are being either very underrated and maybe heavily disrespected at the same time. For Don, Don's words.
No, they're not.
Wait, one sec. Don's words were Liverpool are not expected to win no league.
What's the aims then?
So I'm telling you now, Liverpool's aim as a philosophy as a club is to win trophies every season. That is their philosophy.
You're saying we're underrating them, but then you're also agreeing that they're not meant to challenge.
No, but you know what it is. Let me land this.
Is to challenge. I just don't think we will. We still got the
players. That's what I'm saying. You should be saying.
The thing is, I think
on in the rebuild.
I believe the same way Don said, Chelsea have got the players to suit Maresca. I can say the exact same thing about Arne Slot and Liverpool, and I do believe Liverpool got better players than Chelsea. And they got the better, experience in their team, the better know-how. The thing people that don't understand is they still got Alisson, Van Dijk, Mo Salah, Trent, and all this kind of stuff. People need to humble themselves a little bit when it comes to underrating and overrating a little bit. I never disrespected Chelsea because I believe Chelsea are going to have such a good squad, right? Squad that they're going to be in and around and amongst it. I believe Tottenham, again, are going to get better, and I think they're getting heavily underrated because they're Tottenham. And I love saying, yeah, but it's Tottenham, innit? Because that's what I love to say, because that's just me being tribalistic. But on that notice as well, at the same time, they got someone in the back room. They got that man, Michael Edwards. So the likely chance of them succeeding, whatever transfers Liverpool get, are more higher than what Chelsea are because of the past of Chelsea's. So I'm just trying to say, right, with the whole thing with Liverpool, why I believe they're going to be in and amongst it again anyways, maybe not win it, but be in and amongst it, is because of those factors there alone.
I think you nailed it, Kaz. But I was just going to say quickly, like, in terms of, do you think the competitive advantage of Michael Edwards when he existed in the Premier League previously to now has been eroded a lot? Because, for example, Spurs, we use data a lot. We have a very data-focused guy in Johan Lang who runs our football club. Arsenal are very data orientated. Chelsea are very data orientated. So I'm almost like thinking I love Michael Edwards, and I think there's a certain
he used to be at Spurs, didn't he?
He did used to be, he did. But it's like, I look at it like not even positive discrimination. It's almost like confirmation bias. So when you have like a director of football or someone that's really intelligent who runs a football club, we naturally will give a lot of the credit to that person, even whether or not it's as Chelsea do all the time with Joe Shields. Every time I go online, it's anything positive that Chelsea do. It's all Joe Shields.
The player's definitely going to come to Chelsea because Joe Shields.
I just laugh because it's confirmation bias. So me now with Michael Edwards, it's like I can attribute a lot of the good stuff that Liverpool did under Michael Edwards. But the one thing that Liverpool had with Klopp and Edwards, I talked about this with Igal before, is friction. Friction is important in football clubs. You don't want everyone to agree. Yeah, that's how you get Brandt versus Salah. Blah 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 blah. Markovic. That's how you sign Markovic. When you don't have resistance, sometimes you'll bring players in that the manager will push back on, and vice versa. So I'm wondering. I've seen, and this is the landing point, I have seen Edwards and Klopp win everything. I've seen Klopp win cups but not be able to win the big trophies on his own. Now Klopp's gone, and now Edwards is back. Edwards on his own, what is he capable of? Is the question. I'm not just going to say he's capable of winning everything. I'm going to say I don't know, because that friction and that combination of Edwards plus Klopp equals the biggest trophies that you can get. Edwards plus somebody else, I don't know what that equation adds up to, if that makes sense.
But you know what we are seeing though? We're seeing the pendulum shifting on how people view Liverpool. Klopp leaving, it was end of the world. People are saying, you know what? Oh, these guys are going to fall off, including myself. Now that Klopp's gone and we're looking at the squad and we're saying not too many changes are happening, people are kind of now underrating them because they are still the same team. But they're almost being put in a bracket where they're like, title challenge is almost not possible. I don't think that's the case. They could potentially challenge. I don't think it will happen. I think that would be a stretch for them in their first season with a whole new backroom staff and a new manager. He's going to need a year to get used to it. But for us to say they're now going to potentially drop out of the top four, I never took it that far. I said they're still going to challenge for top four. They could maybe solidify third. But at this moment in time, there's too many unknowns with Liverpool to say we're slotting them in a title race or we're slotting them in finishing.
No, I agree with that. I 100% agree with that. And definitely what you and Jed said makes sense, yeah. No one say Liverpool fall off. But I do think that the
wait. To be fair, I did say they would fall off from the title race to a top four team, but not to like 6th and 8th.
Yeah, I said that. I agree with you. I think they'll be in around the challenge for the Champions League sort of fight. But my thing is that as a Liverpool fan, I know Rom said this, I don't know about months, yeah. The expectation should be to win the league purely because they still got their players in their prime. Now, when you still have Salah, BVD, Alisson, Trent, who everyone tells me is their main spine, world-class players, which I agree with, even if you change up a few parts of your team, you still should have the aspiration to win the league because those players are still there. Whether they're playing at their peak or not, that's irrelevant. But Liverpool fans can't now say, oh yeah, top four in the trophy will be calm because now you're underrating your squad. Because I thought it was a team that challenged last year and that fell off just by a little. Bro, they only finished 8 points behind the league. It wasn't like 15 points. So, like, if their manager's that good that comes in, Edwards is that cold, then the expectation should be there. I don't know why it's been lowered. I don't really get it.
I agree.
He wanted to come in 100%, but
I agree.
Conte came in and he won a league with Chelsea with a team that flopped the season before and had title challengers players in the team. So why can't Slot do that? That's what I'm saying. So, yeah, there's a middle ground, isn't it? So if they finish third, no one's going to cry.
I don't think there's a middle ground at all. I think any team who changes their whole backroom staff and their manager, I don't, because in fact, let me rewind even further. When we finished 5th, I had a lot of you guys acting like Liverpool was shit. Cats was sitting there saying this team's going to finish above us. I had Don forehead shining in my face telling me, oh yeah, fucking when Chelsea do this, Chelsea are going to come forth, possibly challenge Liverpool. Our bare man chatting shit on Liverpool, acting like 5th place was the norm. Then we ended up challenging, and now man are saying challenging is the norm. Make your mind up. You man don't know when to make your mind up when it comes to Liverpool.
Mons, you say your opinion then. So talk about everyone.
No. I said last season. I said to Kaz, and Kaz knows. I said Liverpool will comfortably finish third. I don't expect a title race, but we'll comfortably finish third and bounce back from the shit show that we saw, obviously in that season. Yeah, and obviously us challenging last year or the season just gone was an overachievement in my opinion, but we still done well. I feel like we definitely have it in us to challenge for a title because the spine, like a lot of the spine is still there. But you got to remember, we signed a whole new midfield. That season, the midfielder was everyone's first season together, 4 new midfielders. So it's not saying that we're not in a rebuild, but there has been some sort of rebuild in the team where the whole middle part of the pitch is completely new. It's completely different. And now that the manager's changed, obviously for me, I can't be stupid and say, yeah, Liverpool are Liverpool, so they're going to challenge for the league. No, we can challenge for the league, but at the end of the day, a top 4 finish and a trophy for me is fine. I think anything outside of the top 4 is a failure. That's a failure if you don't finish top 4. It's a failure just because of the players we have in our team. But these players are so-called declining. So I don't know again, people don't really know when to make up their mind. And people can say it's no chest, but you lot are being silly. We weren't expected to challenge for the league under Jurgen Klopp last season. Let me one more time so the delinquents can hear me. We weren't expected to challenge for the league last season. So why under a new manager from Feyenoord are we expected to challenge for the league?
Process of elimination. Some people are putting you in there. Personally, I'm not. But
no.
You hear it.
No. I need an answer. I don't need anyone to go to the shop. I need an answer.
For me, it's simple.
To challenge for the league under Jurgen Klopp last season.
I do think you're being a little bit of a mouse, though.
No. Answer the question. Don't.
You're not talking with much conviction.
Don't give your opinion. Don't give your opinion on.
I don't really hear a lot of tests from when you're talking. You're kind of talking, but I'm not really hearing.
Again, Ches. I've asked the question, and you're giving me the opinion on the question. Answer the question.
I'm saying the way you're speaking.
One second. I think Kaz was the one who said it, so he should answer this question.
Yeah, exactly.
What?
What are you looking at me for?
What?
You're the one that said Liverpool should challenge. Why?
I didn't say they should challenge. I said they probably will be in and amongst it.
Okay, so then that's a different thing.
I think they should have expectations for that. Yeah.
I don't think they're gonna win it, but I think they're in a better position more than any other club right now.
That's what I'm saying.
Then the ones, but then below to thingy. But what was Monster's question? I don't even know what.
I expect to close the gap on Liverpool. As a Spurs fan, I expect to close the gap on Liverpool next season.
You ain't doing nothing.
You gotta understand when Monster talks, I kind of switch off sometimes. So
you ain't doing that, Jay.
I ain't doing. What do you mean, bro?
Basically,
you finish 2 points upon the us and you have a chance.
Oh my, bro, you've got a new manager. Why are you acting like last season's data is this season's data? You are starting from scratch, big man.
You can't catch.
Bro, you have no idea how your team's going to play next season yet. You need to steady, at least wait for pre-season, bro. At least wait for 2-2 pre-season games for you to get gas. You don't even know how you're going to play next season.
Read the room, bro. Check the
I'm reading the room, bro. The room is you finished 10th and 6th in the last 2 seasons. That's the room that we're in right now. That's the. If you have a key to a different room, I implore you to use it.
Back to you. This guy's waffling. Man.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Jay, 2 points. And you have Chester my
Oh,
team.
2 points, bro.
Jamie,
2
big
points
guy,
under the
man.
last manager. You got a new manager now. I don't even know how you play. I can't wait to see
I
Robert
agree with you,
Sanchez
sir. I'm
pass
being
the ball
shameless.
to
I'm being
opposition
shameless a little
attackers
bit.
next season, and you have a meltdown the next time we come on the show. I will be there, Chaz. I want you to know
for the
I
record.
will be there.
For the record, Ches, are you saying Chelsea will finish above Spurs?
Oh,
Yeah.
well, you know, I
Yeah.
thought, well, you got like,
Wait.
we're not.
I'm saying, yeah, the league will be Arsenal, City, Liverpool, Chelsea.
Okay, you know what I like?
That's it.
Yeah, I like. Igal, what I like is, listen, we've not won anything. Listen,
That
we
is
don't
any
mate.
prediction, Chess,
Spurs,
yeah?
Spurs, we don't do
Without
winning
signing.
here.
As it
Yeah,
stands, isn't it, Roms? I'll change it with the
listen,
champion ends, innit?
Nah.
we don't do winning at Spurs. But listen, we've won nothing the last 2 seasons.
Why am I
Chelsea
getting
have
clipped? That's
won
such an
nothing the last
obvious-
2 seasons. But my
Why is
point,
that-
but
Ches,
my
you're not
point to
getting away
Chess
with
is,
sorry, Jay. Ches, you're not getting away with nothing anymore. Do you understand?
Exactly.
You're
Yeah, you need
taking
to
my
understand,
shoulder.
cats don't care about context. He's just putting
There's
it
no
out.
context. What's 40?
This guy can't get
OG.
no because I'm
That's
tired
it.
of
It
wait,
could be a
sometimes
40-second clip. It's going on the receipts.
Man said
Yeah.
no context. Straight in there.
like, listen,
Go ahead,
Chess, my thing to you is, okay, so you finished 10th, you finished 6th, you've not won anything in the last couple of years. The Chelsea that we know and love, it's not dead or anything, but aura is aura. Yeah, and aura lasts for as long as it lasts. We
aura.
all know people that
Yeah.
we went to school with or we saw in college or uni who were very beautiful. And then as they get older, they get a little bit fat, they get a little bit haggard, they don't have the same joie de
happened
vivre
to
that they
me.
had
Bro,
before.
like, man,
Listen,
describe my
I'm not
life,
saying,
like.
listen, Chess, I am not saying that you cannot
I'll
apply
pull my hamstring and the
Botox,
Molyneux next.
filler and get back
Oh,
to
sorry, Roms.
the prowess, hit the gym, all that sort of stuff. But for you to try and insinuate that you're still the same level of hotness that you were when you were 18, 19, it's disingenuous, my friend, and I will not stand for it.
Jay, I'll be real. What are you on about? All I literally said was,
Basically, you think you're the wash. You ended up being the language that ended up being the wash baby, man.
You know what I said, Chess.
Chelsea or what?
Selective hearing.
Wallahi.
No, Jay, all I literally
Easy
said was,
margin.
if you have chest, you can close Liverpool. Why can't I? That's what I said. Go on a monologue. That's what I said.
Yeah,
We
but-
finished 2
Jay's
points behind.
basically saying,
One
Jay
second.
was- Jay had a year.
Can somebody please
Come on,
read
you
out
get what I'm
Chelsea's
saying, innit?
first five
Spurs
fixtures?
can coach you.
I
that.
get what both of you are saying though, because
That's what I'm
Jay's
saying.
saying they've already had a year to establish themselves. This is going to be foreign for you because Maresca's never had top flight. So Jay's basically saying they're in better stead to challenge from top 4 than you. But I do understand your point as well, Ches. But Jay, I'm always Jay,
Jay's not
bro.
wrong,
They've
by
had
the
this
way.
season
I
to
heard what Jay
establish.
said.
Bro, listen,
no,
it's like we've
it
had
doesn't
2
matter about the
managers in the
manager.
last 2 seasons too, you know, and we still finished above Chelsea both seasons. So it's not that I think that we're
That's
definitely
not a
finishing
trophy,
above Chelsea,
you know why you keep
but
saying
I am in no way scared of what Chelsea are going to deliver this season. I'm not scared in the
Yo,
slightest.
let me ask you
I,
the
I,
question.
I expect
ask
to
you a
finish above
question.
Chelsea this
One
season.
second.
I do
We're
expect
talking
to
all
finish
this shit
above
about Chelsea, but their first 3 games are Man City at home, Wolves away, and Crystal Palace at home. Do we even think they're going to start the season well?
I think they get something from the City game. I've said this. That's it. I did say that. I think they get something from the City game.
I don't.
I don't
City
even think
tend
they
to
start the season well.
not that
I
well.
think 3 games into the season,
So wait, what are you saying then, Gal? Man United's going to win a trophy, aka Community Shield.
Man United almost always somehow squeak out a trophy. I wouldn't be surprised. Recently, you guys have
It's not a trophy. I was just lying, but go on.
You guys got 2
I
trophies
think United will
back
go
to
deep
back
in the
seasons.
Europa.
I'm not talking about that.
I'm looking forward to
talking
United
about
and Spurs
Chelsea.
in the Europa.
Go on.
I could see a situation where Chelsea go away to Wolves after losing to Man City and 3rd game of the season still not have a win. So we're sitting here talking about how good Chelsea's going to be. We don't know what Chelsea's going to be. They're an unknown. They're an enigma.
And the one thing, can I also contribute to that? Is that even with Ange, yeah, even with a strong start last season, there's Spurs fans at the end of the season who were unhappy about how the season went. He needs to be more pragmatic. He needs to do this and that.
Some wanted him out.
We had a fantastic start.
Oh, yeah?
And my point is that Chelsea have never been the most patient club. They always pretend that every new season, they're like, listen, we know what it takes to get.
I'll be honest with you.
This is what we're doing. I'm saying, so you didn't give Potter time. You didn't give Poch time. You didn't give Tuchel time.
No, but Jay, do you know what?
You didn't even give Potter's assistant Bruno time.
Is that a crazy shout then?
I don't think it's a crazy shout, but I'm leaning into a
Kaz, I know Kaz said we could get.
I'm leaning into a gal's opinion here, Chaz, and saying
a
fast start is always the Premier League is a first impression league. It's always been that way. Yeah. So a fast start with a fan base that's notoriously short-fused with managers, yeah, especially with the fact that Enzo doesn't have the biggest CV coming into it, I'd say a fast start is essential in terms of Chelsea. And if you don't get a fast start,
let's move on, innit?
Let's move on. By the way,
when he doesn't like the
I
topic,
was gonna say this, but no, wait once, because I was gonna ask that. By the way, I didn't forget, but I ain't asked it once. This show, not once. I haven't asked anyone to like the video. We're not on 200 likes. Big up to everyone that has liked the video, but 750 of you in here, and I know a lot of you have got accounts. That means you lot should easily be like, you know what? I like this stream because a lot of us have been in there anyways. We're gonna like that stream because we like the platform and you like all the delusions because that's what we're here for, right? But yeah, Mons, what was the question? Repeat it because it wasn't answered.
It's a very simple question. Liverpool weren't expected to win the league under big bad Jurgen Klopp with the same team. Why are we expected to challenge for the league this season under a new manager, a new backroom staff, and a slightly more washed Salah?
Only because people have looked at your squad and they said it hasn't changed much. Because months, the main reason why people were saying Liverpool going to fall off because we're hearing Trent to Real Madrid, Salah to Saudi. We were even hearing Van Dijk potentially leaving to Barcelona. Everything, all these rumors were coming in the same month. Now it's like
no. We're talking about now. We're talking about now.
No, I'm giving you my logic.
Fair enough. That's your answer. But no one else can answer the question logically. We have the same team, right? And all that's changed is from Jurgen Klopp to Arne Slot, right? If that's the case, and the manager's so important, you know, because Chelsea fans' favorite thing is Poch tax. That's their favorite saying, by the way. It's my favorite saying, Poch tax.
What's the question with Chelsea fans?
And you know what I'm saying? Because you lot are so keen on the fact that the manager has such a massive impact. You guys' whole thing is that the manager and the style has
going
a
back to it again.
No. I'm using your logic.
I'm using your logic. You're wrong, man.
You guys again. Can I finish? You're doing the interrupting thing when you know you're wrong.
You mentioned Chelsea for no reason.
You're doing no. I'm using it as an example, bro. You guys say Poch tax. You know we're better than this. It's because Poch is shit, and the manager's so important to a style of play. The manager's so integral. So if we have a new manager, that's again punching above his weight at a club that's bigger than what he probably should be at. Why are we expected to challenge?
Monts, you got a challenge, man. You got your Liverpool Football Club. You're not Spurs. You don't exist without expectation. You're Liverpool Football Club. Come on, man.
But there's also common sense. There's also common sense, Jay.
Don't use common sense for your club and not my club. Don't do this as well. You've been saying all year. You were talking about quad on the streams. You were barking at 2 a.m.
Yes,
you were barking at 2 a.m.
But you need to understand, bro. How many times?
Man. We can't win the league.
Wait, Ches. How many times do I have to say it? How many times do I have to say it? Expectations change. I'm not like you, man. Expectations change. If I go out with the man and I expect to have a chilled night with some drinks and I end up with 3 bad bees on my left and on my right at 1 a.m., I'm trying to leave with something because expectations change.
I hear that.
In April, now I'm talking about winning shit, regardless of if I was supposed to win it from the start or not.
But Monts, the question is, are you going to the club to pull?
Huh?
I mean, within your analogy, the question is: are you going to the club to pull, or if you pull, is that just a nice to have?
Yeah, you're going there with a side.
Same shit. For me, I said last season, top 4 in the trophy, I'm cool with, and I said this season, top 4 in the trophy, I'm cool with. Obviously, for me, I want to challenge the
Champions League semi-finals.
Yeah, bro. Definitely. I expect a good run.
Monts, do you have the logic that? Do you have the logic that Liverpool, a club of Liverpool stature, should always be challenging?
Kaz, I want you to clip something.
That's the question I'm asking.
All right, no. Hold on. Jay, I understand what you're saying, but we're not just going to delete context and then we're going to add name.
Yeah, of course.
By that metric, Manchester United should challenge every year. Regardless of their manager, regardless of their players, Manchester United need to challenge this year.
100%.
You're being facetious, man. Come on.
No, bro. But no,
No.
but Jay's telling me because you're Liverpool Football Club.
No,
you should
no,
accept the
use them
challenge.
once, please. Stop doing
Deleting
it.
all the
What
context.
Jay's saying
We
is
have a new manager. Why would you?
Please.
We haven't, and it's not again. We haven't appointed Ancelotti. We haven't got Ancelotti. Why are you acting like we've appointed Ancelotti, bro?
Months. Last year, Months. Let me take you back. Let me take everyone back a year. Let me take everyone back 1 year ago. In summer, Montel was barking at his screen alone because Caicedo was going to help him win the league. He was gassed. This is facts, by the way. Go read the tweets.
What do you mean? I've got the video.
He was gassed because they don't like Roms.
Right.
Caicedo or Lavia would have helped your team with that 6, with that base, winning the league. Then during the season, it kind of faltered off a bit when Man fell off. And obviously, Man City and Arsenal better than you. Now we're going into this season when your team has...
You're missing details. Don't miss details. Don't miss details.
Let me continue.
No. Don't miss details first. Don't miss details. Who did we sign instead?
That's not what I'm trying to say. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying you were barking at your screen for a guy that was going to win the league. And you didn't get him. But let me finish my point anyway. But this guy will say, Edwards is king. He's cold. New sporting.
Why is Chaz on smoke today?
No, because Mons doesn't like to have expectations for his club. They love to talk about ours.
No. He told you his expectations. He told you his expectations. It's actually better than yours.
He's a top 4 in the trophy. What the fuck does that mean?
Bro, and Champions League semi-final. One second.
Everyone's expectations now. You can copy.
So what's the
you
difference?
can copy and paste that.
If we avoid if we avoid Real Madrid, we win the Champions League.
Yeah, we can say the same thing. No one will say anything.
Bro, he is right. He is right. There's a difference between an expectation and the hope.
With your first
Spurs. Spurs live in hope. Yeah,
we got I can say that.
You really think you're gonna win the Champions League?
Nah, what?
No team you're doing if we avoid Real Madrid. If we don't,
you're gonna win the league.
I think we can win the Champions League.
We can win the
I'll
league.
say it.
No. I do believe that's 2 years of second places. I want to hear you say we're gonna win the league next season.
It doesn't make a difference if I say we.
It makes a difference to me, Gal.
It really doesn't make a difference.
It does make a difference.
Asking for a different
I'm asking
verb.
you directly, Gal.
1 second.
You can put Mons to one side for a second. No, hold on. Let me go.
Yeah, you know me. The verb doesn't make a difference.
Let me put Mons to one side because I don't want to start pushing on Mons. New
manager.
Hey,
boys,
yo. Let's ruin your boys' minds. Let's ruin your boys' minds. Let's go.
Let him cook.
As I was saying, as I was saying, like, listen, you finished second 2 seasons in a row, right? You kept the whole squad together in the main. You have young players who are developing. At what point does hope become expectation? Yeah,
bro.
And
expectation is to compete and try to win the league.
At what point do you start to own the ownership of we must get over the line? Not I think we can, to say we are going to, we must. So I'm asking you.
1 second. It was we had a good opportunity like 2 years ago. We didn't end up getting over the line. Last year, it was late in the season, and it was we must continue to win. We slipped up. This year, the same thing. Every year, the expectation. 1 second. Every year, the expectation is when you're that good and you're close enough and you can touch it, you need to try to grab it. And that's what we need to do.
My thing is, let me be very clear, yeah? I want to be very clear.
Stick in the head.
I want to be fair.
We need to stop this.
Hold on, listen. I want to be fair here. I don't want to
say that though. You didn't say that.
Hey, wait. 1 second. Go on, Jay.
Yeah. So basically, I want to be very clear.
Let Jay land.
I want to be fair and clear here, and I hear what people are saying. The reason why I'm pushing this narrative or positioning is because it's one of the things that people critique about Spurs. They say Spurs are able to play without expectation. Let them clip this. I expect us to seriously challenge for the Europa League. In my own personal opinion, I think we should win that competition. Yeah, that is my aim for next season. Because if we win the Europa League, it doesn't matter if you finish top 4 because the end result is the same. You qualify for the Champions League.
That's what I said.
If we finish 10th and we win the Europa League, all sins are forgotten because you won the Europa League and you got to where you needed to get.
And it's a trophy, Jay.
I expect Spurs to If we are not in the semi/final of that competition, I will be looking at my manager seriously. I expect us to win or go very close on that competition. And you can clip that up all you want, because that's what I expect from my club this season. No more do I want my club to exist without expectation. Yeah, that's what I expect my club to graduate to. You finished second 2 years in a row, and you can't hold it to say, yo, we are going to win the title. I don't understand that.
One second, Jay.
I need you to explain.
My club.
One second. If you were not here from the beginning, I literally was talking about how if you were not here from the beginning,
it's the deadly thing, isn't it?
It doesn't make a difference what verb I use. I personally agree with you. I think we should try to win the league, and I think we will win the league. But that is me saying it one way or me saying it the other way doesn't change my thoughts. So it's not a got you moment, bro. I genuinely believe my team's going to win the league.
I didn't think it was a got you moment. What I'm trying to say is
no, but you're the way I describe one sentence and the other sentence. You know my thought process. I'm not going to change on it.
No, but
I do believe my team's going to win the league.
At what point is it a failure? Because to me, there's a difference.
Bro, it was a failure last season. It was a failure the season before.
Okay, so winning the league. But my point is, I have to dig very deep to hear you call it a failure. I don't hear you openly.
Bro, you're on enough shows with me.
We're 55 minutes into.
I feel like I'm repeating myself on every show, though.
Bro, I've never heard. No, I've never heard you call last season a failure for Arsenal. On my mother's life, I've never heard you call it that.
We failed to win the league. It was not a successful season.
Was last season a failure, in your opinion?
It was not a successful season.
No, that's not why I'm asking.
One second, I'm answering your question. I'm answering your question. 1 second.
Yes or no?
I'm answering your question, Jay.
I know you're very
Let me answer it. I'm answering the question. Let me answer it. It was not a successful season because we didn't win any silverware.
I get that, but was it a failure though?
But we failed to win the trophy. But I still viewed it as progress on the pitch.
Okay,
you get what I'm saying?
I'm not trying to say you didn't progress. I'm saying
you can use different words to describe things, but I'm not saying it's utter failure like Manchester United fans would say their season was. I'm just simply saying, if you want to say you have to win the league or not, we failed to win the league.
Okay, so
the Chelsea failed last season.
By the way, I'm not trying to say
Chelsea actually progressed last season.
No, but I'm not trying to say I'm not trying to say that last season was a failure for you at all. I've actually not offered an opinion on this. I'm not.
No, but you said about the league.
No, I'm not trying to lure you into something. I'm asking you directly. So therefore, if you think last season wasn't a failure, then to me, using very simple logic, if you do not win the league this season will be a failure. Yes or no?
If we do not progress 100%.
No, if you do not win the league, will this season be a failure? Yes or no?
There's context. If we
there's no context.
Yes, there is. If we win the Champions League or we do a domestic double, get 100 points and lose by 1 point, you can't say it's a complete and utter failure.
I will say it's a failure.
There's two ways.
They have 18-19 like us. If they finish second in the Champions League, that's not a failure.
Okay,
if you're saying if we don't win one of the two big trophies.
Yes.
Yeah. If you don't win one of the two big trophies,
you don't win the Champions League.
It's not a failure.
If you don't win the Champions League,
I'm saying domestic double is a failure. If they win the domestic double, not the league, is a failure.
1 second, guys.
That's what I would say.
Guys, there's two different. 1 second. Let me hear me out here. Okay.
Yeah.
If you are simply saying this Arsenal team, what I would consider a failure, if we don't win nothing and we fall out of the title race, that is a failure. Okay. Well, simply put, we don't win nothing and we fall out of the title race. That is a failure. No debate. Now, context. If we win either Champions League, or we do like a domestic double and get like 100 points or something and still come short, then you can't consider that a failure.
I would.
Okay, but the thing is, at a certain point, if you finish second, only natural progression.
I'm not really looking at second though. I'm looking at winning the league or fuck off. That's it. Real truth. I agree with you.
I hear it.
So I don't know why you guys think my mentality is going to be the same as it was the first time we challenged or the second time we challenged. This is the third year in a row. Eventually, we have to get over the line. Eventually, we have to see these players with the experience of being in title races improve. And if you guys are sitting here and saying, "Oh, Igal, you're going to accept another second place finish," no. But in the same breath, I'm not going to be sitting here yelling and screaming for every single player to be sacked and the manager to be sacked at the end of the year, because I just want us to get get to that final
But-
goal of
But,
winning.
Gal, what you're doing is a straw man's argument to contextualize something different to what I'm saying. What I'm saying is back-to-back seconds, the only natural progression to back-to-back seconds
win.
is to win the league. So
Yeah.
therefore, if you do not win the league for whatever reason, I believe at this point in time, context has to be removed. There's no context that can justify second, and then not going first. To me, I don't see any context. Even if Declan Rice breaks his leg in preseason, I'd still expect you to win the league because you finished second, and you've had good injury runs in those seasons. I know I'm being harsh because at a certain point, when do you say Arteta's not the man? Because if you don't win the league, then are you just here to just say, okay, we're not the best team. We're never going to be the best team under this manager, but we're happy to compete. At what point do your standards become? And I get people will be like, you support Spurs. What do you know about standards?
I'm not
Okay,
even
fair
going
enough.
That's true.
Fair
I'm
enough.
not even going
yeah?
there.
All
But
I
Jay-
know is that Arsenal fans held Spurs when they were finishing second with Poch to a high standard in terms of winning trophies
This
and
is-
doing more.
The
And
reason
they
why
don't
you were held, the
themselves
reason why
the
you guys
same
were bantered.
standards
One
a
second.
few years later when
One
they're in a
second.
similar position.
1 second.
Back to you, Gal.
Understand the same reason why you guys are bantered is the same reason why Manchester United fans try to banter us today. In the last 2 seasons, they won a trophy. We were challenging for the league, and we came short. We didn't win anything else. Hence, why Manchester United fans feel like they can banter us because they won 2 trophies and we won 0. That is where Arsenal fans were bantering you in that situation.
Exactly.
You now see the difference. Now, when it comes to Arsenal, I don't think any of you guys here are saying Arsenal are not going to be in the title race. I don't think any of you guys here are saying that it's going to be an embarrassment if Arsenal don't win the league to Man City last 2 years. But going into this season, expectations are to win the league, and that's simple. I don't think anyone is disagreeing with you, Jay. And I just don't get where you're going and what you. I don't know what you need to. I don't know what you need to hear.
Yeah.
I don't know
Anyways,
I don't know what you need to hear from me.
I need you to say that it is a failure if you do not win the league. That's what I need to hear because I don't understand how after 2 seasons of finishing second,
wanna
you
speak
will
about
be
Ten Hag.
okay without
Yeah. Oh
without the
my
bar
God, there we
Premier
go.
League.
What do you want to say about Ten Hag? Go on.
I just want to know at what point, Kaz, at what point for you with Ten Hag, you're gonna be Ten Hag out? Like, how long are you giving him?
10 games, if that.
Fair, because I'm
If
gonna
that-
say now. I think him, Slot, and Maresca, them 3 specifically. I think
Full
and just bought
musketeers.
himself some time. And just bought himself some time. Arteta and Pep, I think, inevitably will challenge. But I think our manager, your manager, and Chez's, I think us 3 under immense pressure already from the jump.
Yeah. Ten Hag's under immense pressure as well. He's got 10 less than 10 games even. I need to see something.
Fair.
Yeah, I need to see
That's
something.
harsh,
Yeah,
guys.
bro.
Guys,
The
what's
thing
your
is,
expectations for next
bro,
season?
if 10 games, yeah, is like, imagine I got 5 losses in those 10 games. Imagine we can't even beat Fulham at the start of the season at Old Trafford at the opening game, which we didn't beat. We didn't beat Brighton in the open game last time, I remember. Who else was there as well? There's somebody else, I can't remember. Bro, that's this. It's not on. If I'm seeing losses at Old Trafford, bro, like even against
3-0.
Liverpool, and all that, bro, it's the same shit.
What's
So
what's your first 5 fixtures?
Huh?
What's your first 5 fixtures?
At the top of my head, Fulham at home, Brighton away, Liverpool at home, and yeah, I can't remember. After
Shouldn't
that.
you win all those games?
Crystal Palace is one of them.
Yeah,
away.
I think Palace away.
And I don't
Yeah.
know the other one.
Shouldn't you win most of your games to start the season? Based
No,
on...
you should. You should. But the thing is, I need to be seeing minimum 7 wins.
I think no matter what happens, they're gonna give him at least a long enough rope to until January.
Yeah, well, not really. I don't think so. It's just that you got to prove yourself, and that's
Because
just the issue.
You need to let signings get used to what you guys are doing
Bro,
preseason.
those first 4 games should be 4 dubs. That's the fact. That's the fact. That's the
Fulham
fact.
at home, Brighton away, Liverpool at home, Southampton away. I think the Liverpool game can be a draw or a loss,
Dubs,
and you still
dubs.
would be okay with it.
Yeah, no, dubs. You got, bro. The thing is,
No,
remember,
it can't be a loss, Gal. They can't lose to us at their ground. They always
No.
expect, even as bad as they are, they always expect to get something from them.
but you can't tell me you're gonna get revamped a bit of a fresh of a squad, however it's gonna be. Yeah, whether it's Brantwaite, who apparently wants to join Man United, we're taking Everton for the long game in terms of like we're making sure that if you want to hit your PSR, you better lower to your R demands. Like, remember, I'm someone that wanted Ten Hag out. I'm backing
But do you
Ineos'
want an
decision.
interim manager?
Bro, I don't give a fuck at this case. Like, what I want to know is if this guy's going to be succeeding in the job or not. Like, that's it. Can you manage these players even with a fresher squad without these so-called issues and so forth and so forth?
And some of his additions. And some of his additions as well, because he will sign players this summer as well. So
he won't. Ineos will. Like, that's going to be clear as day.
Come the first international break, we've only played 3 games.
Yeah.
If he loses to, if he drops points to either Fulham, Brighton, and Liverpool, you're saying going into the first international break. Oh my God!
If the first few games he's not delivered anything again, get out, get out, get out. Like, it's just, I'm backing him to the point. It's like, I need to see something now. Like, it's your 3rd year. You got a bunch of new players. We'll see if it's the players or the manager. So on that notice, while Chelsea fans are thinking, while we're thinking Chelsea can beat Man City, while we're thinking Liverpool going to be where they are, Newcastle are probably going to win their games as well. What, am I meant just to accept mediocrity because some top Reds want to keep managing?
All I'm saying is maybe be a little bit more optimistic, because the way your club is running behind the scenes is getting better. Then it's not as much pressure on the manager.
It's not about structure all the time, G.
It translate directly to the pitch, though. That does not.
Bro, it does. Because when you have your house getting in order, your day is a lot more easier. You know where you can find things. You know what you can do.
So as you said, this summer, if the house is getting in order the way it needs to be, I need to see something translated to the pitch. That's the way it is, bro. Stop trying to lower mediocrity standards to my club and what I expect. The fans, like Natalini in the comments, but I'm not having it. I'm not having it.
Go on, Cats. 2 trophies, 2 seasons. Come on.
The thing is, I need to see something. Do you get what I mean? This, like, my expectations, Man United to be beating a fucking Fulham and a Brighton. That should be, and Liverpool at home should be as easy as chalk and cheese, bro. Like, that's as simple as that. Why should I know that?
Now you're taking the piss. It shouldn't be easy. Expect a W. You could expect a W, but
remember, you finished 8th. Yeah,
bro. At Old Trafford,
you're in the
at Old Trafford.
You're in overdraft. You're in overdraft.
As I said, at Old Trafford, I expect W's, bro. Like, regardless of how shit we are, still expect W's.
I did,
because in the first season, I did. Most of the season, if not all the season.
That is true. Liverpool should be easy, chalk and cheat. Have some respect.
Are you expecting Ten Hag to evolve the way he plays?
Fucking too right.
He has to. So that's the main thing.
Could you potentially see some shortcomings when you're trying to play a new style of play with new players in a new situation? It is the 3rd year, but there could be some new players in the team. It could be a situation where there maybe are some growing pains from preseason to start the season, depending on how well your preseason goes. You might need to have more context once it gets to that situation. You don't know what could happen. You could get some injuries to start the season. At this moment in time, to say cut and dry, 10 games or you're fucking out is a little ridiculous.
No, it's not a little ridiculous, because what in 10 games? What if I'm sitting 15th? Do you want me to make you want me to reenact Troops' video with little Munchkin fucking Zara, bro? Like with Monse fucking what? What do you want me to say? Oh, we're fucking 15th. We're fucking 15th. You want me to reenact that video? And all of a sudden, it's not unfair. He should be given time. Suck my fucking nuts.
Why is that not a pause?
No, because
I'm going on.
I'm receiving different, bro. Allow it. Anyways, what I'm trying to say is just, no, I'm not having that. Allow it. I'm not having that.
Guys, you not having.
Guys, you love it.
No, because I'm tired of these brothers not having standards, because it's like, oh, give it time, bro. I gave it time. Let me see sign, and then we'll see if Ineos has really got the balls or not.
At least they said to give it time. Some people first manager.
Time is enough time. The fact that I can actually lower, like, I can call you lot flip flop on that.
Expectations for your club, man.
Again, stop doing that. Stop doing that. Wait. By the way, is Slot better than Klopp?
Wait, one second. My camera's.
Nobody.
Oh yeah.
No, I don't think anybody who watches the Premier League consistently is going to sit here and tell you they've watched a lot of Feyenoord games. And
no. That's not what I asked. Is Slot better than Klopp?
Is the Championship better than the Netherlands League?
Is he level with Klopp? Is Slot level?
By the way, is the Championship better than the Netherlands League?
I'd say the Championship was better than.
Roms, can you answer, please? Is the Championship harder than the Netherlands League? Think carefully before you speak. By the way.
I think it's closer.
I've only watched one, so I'm gonna have to say Championship.
Okay. What about you?
I don't think there's a massive
gap between. A high standard.
don't think there's a massive gap between the two. But that's not my question. You guys are talking for talking's sake.
Yeah, you're deflecting, Ched. You need to answer his question.
Yeah,
I answered your question.
They're trying to do the deflecting thing
Mons, the answer is no. Klopp is better.
So it's right. So why is Slot expected to do the same thing that Klopp done?
Because your squad hasn't changed much. People believe
and that is the stupidest answer known to man. That's the stupidest answer, bro. If the manager is like, if he's responsible for a lot of what happens with the team, and you guys keep saying Klopp gets the most out of these players, how can a new guy come in and do the same shit that Klopp's done, making what he's done redundant?
He's got energy. So he can.
It's the stupidest thing.
Ndiani 10 Taliban, he must win against Fulham. No excuses. There is no excuses. But remember, I'm not Ten Hag out right now. I want to give it the benefit of the doubt. People need to understand that as well. Like the fact that I can say, you know what? Even though I was Ten Hag out, I'm willing to give him a chance. What? I'm meant to give him a fucking season again. What? Just to finish 8th and potentially nothing?
2-3 games is quite.
No. If I receive 3 losses, in the first 3 games,
you're not going to lose 3 games.
No. But, bro, do you say that now? But bro, do you want me to play a video with Ten Hag and all the shit that he's broken? The whole point is, it's hard to get behind something if you're getting smacked by 3 teams that ideally I think beat us last year, anyways. So on that notice, other than Liverpool didn't, but on that notice, it's like 3 games and I've received 3 losses. That's shocking, man.
Because one thing,
I don't expect to. I don't think it's going to happen either. By the way,
I don't think it will happen. That's all.
One thing for the listeners. This is I'm not a huge gambler, but this is my betting tip. But Ten Hag is going to beat Slot in that early game. 100. I saw an article about how Ten Hag was talking.
Was you just about to say 100%?
He said that. He said 100%.
This is like a grudge match. Like, no, this is a grudge match.
Jay, you know what? Just cut you. There is added spice because Ten Hag has been cussing fine.
Bro, that's what I'm saying. Ten Hag has been cussing Slot out. He's been like saying that Slot's getting a lot of praise and stuff that he never got, even though the teams that he produced were better than Slot's teams.
I can't wait.
Well, that's true.
And he has been. This is a V for Vendetta, and you know what? It's an early game. Let's see what United like.
Yeah, that's true. You got to be beating your Dutch compatriot, man, especially the one that's over at Liverpool at Old Trafford. Imagine losing to your Dutch rival, a bald man as well on top of that. Yeah, so you got 2 white mega minds, and it's also Liverpool rival at Old Trafford.
That's why there's more incentive. It's Liverpool United as well.
Yeah,
but anyways, but.
Man said 2 white mega minds. Nobody's laughing at that.
Man, like, listen,
but let me talk a little bit about talking about Liverpool anyways. Sorry. Guehi looks like he's sought after by bare clubs. Liverpool, I saw yesterday, by the way, and that was Guehi, and they're asking for like over 65 million now. Now he's at Euros and might have a good tournament. 65 million for Guehi.
He was the best player.
I don't know why Arsenal's being linked with him, because why would you pay that for someone that's not going to start? And then there's the Man United rumors, but it's like obviously Man United.
I think Palace are going to try to hold on to him. If they're going to sell Elise and all these guys, they need to stay solid at the back if they're losing all their best attackers.
Agal, you're spot on. I can't see them selling Elise and Guehi all in the same window.
And also, can people take in Roy Hodgson was ruining a really good Crystal Palace team last year. That team was sick. And at the end of the season, we finally got to see how good they are. If they do get rid of Guehi, it's going to be 50 million plus. And with the Euros tax and
England tax, 65 million plus.
It could even double to like 80 or something.
Listen, let Elise go first. Then we'll
right now, whoever gets Guehi,
United or your club, Chess?
Whoever gets Guehi, Braithwaite, and
I've already got a receipt. Don't worry.
Those guys are going to be the.
I haven't got no receipt of me for that.
I do. There's a whole video on it.
With the money they could get in, because let's be honest, they're going to get about 70, 60. They're going to get 64 or like 68 for Eze if someone activates the buyout clause with the 8 million.
Eze's going Spurs.
Nobody's going to pay that for Eze.
There's 65 for Guehi. There's another 60 for Elise. Bro, if they might look here as well.
200 million, bro.
That's 200.
Cheeky bid for Wharton as well from someone.
Nah, he won't go.
I think that's too early. They can slap something astronomical on Wharton because he's that good. But
they want like 80 mil
that's
for
a cheeky 200 M. As a business, because remember, I'm trying to be respectful to Palace, but as a business,
They need
If
that.
they need 200 million and they're going.
monster.
Reece Nelson as like a backup. That's like
remember,
money.
they got people
you
like
sell Elise for 60, get like a Nelson.
they already brought in Kamada for they already
Bro,
brought in Kamada
25
for
million
free.
for Nelson. I'll take that.
Yeah, bro.
For Nelson, that's a
From
good
Frankfurt.
Yes, he's on a free. They got Kamada on a free.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
great
He's
business.
an
You know.
attacking player.
I
He's an
didn't
attacking
know
This
player.
shows you the Premier League pull is
Dougie
crazy.
Freeman is going off on nut scales right now. The people that they're linked to, you're like, wait, what? Palace?
But do you know his only problem,
Bro,
Kaz?
Guehi's not even their best
Steve
defender.
Parish. Steve
Henderson
Parish.
is up there too.
Guehi's better than
And the one thing,
Guehi's better than Anderson,
the one
man.
thing I will give Palace
Yeah,
as well. The
Anderson's
one
up
thing
there
that
too.
I noticed this. Someone mentioned it, I can't remember who, but Palace and Brighton are very, very similar, but also different in terms of Palace go for players who are like under 21, under 22 from the Championship, and they get them, and they're kind of a bit more Premier ready. And Brighton will get them from South America and other things, and they're going to need like a pathway. Whereas the Palace players that they buy, they tend to be, they can play straight away. Like they can go into the first team and play. The Brighton players potentially sometimes have just as high a ceiling, but they need a bit more seasoning. And Dougie Freeman, in terms of knowing the UK domestic market, who can go, when to pull the trigger, which players are just hype, which players are ability. Very impressive. Like really, really good at what he does. Like I think he turned out Newcastle as well. Like I don't know where he lands in the next like year, 2 years, but Dougie Freeman's really like he's really, really good at what he does. Like he's got a clear vision of what he wants to do. And I also think the Palace Academy, they're very big in terms of a lot of like street football. Like a lot of stuff you see on Instagram.
Hey, big up their goals. We
they
played
do the
against
one-on-one
goals across from
dribbles
the
and stuff
training
like
ground.
that. Palace are huge on that, and that doesn't manifest itself straight away. It trickles down over a number of years. So I'd expect to see the impact on their academy over the next 5 years of this kind of approach too, in trying to hoover up. Because if you're a young, let's say black, let's say white, let's say if you're a young player who sees Elise, who sees the Ezes, I could see you looking at that pathway thinking, that's for me. They're going to help me get to where I need to be. So, yeah, props to Dougie Freeman.
Yeah, Kaz 10 haram W's or 10 good performances with 4 to 5 L's.
You'd rather take the 10 good performances, right?
Facts.
I'd rather see before because I need to see something. As I said,
I
need to see something.
Plus 10. All the 10 will be 1-0.
I can't have 10 haram W's. I can't be seeing make or break football counter attack. That's just bollocks. It's like you're not progressive
You'll be
like
top of the league. You'll most likely be top of the league.
That's
Kaz,
cute.
How long has it been? Kaz, how long has it been since you've actually seen good football? Boy, how long has it been?
Ollie.
When we knocked you out.
No. Ollie has lowered the standards because we're always saying is Kaz would have been happy for Ollie.
It was organized chaos and it was working. He went like 20 games.
It was still janky as fuck. It was still bad because Pogba and them man were still there. They still had talent in that team. Like, man, I had to forget, and they still had talent.
I'd rather Jose Mourinho.
They finished second.
When's the last time you've seen good football? Answer the question.
When we knocked you out the FA Cup.
No, bro, that wasn't good football.
That was.
When's the last time
it was. What about Old Trafford? What about the league game?
What about the league game? In the 90-something minute, you were shit.
Yeah, but it's part of
shit.
What do you mean? Okay. What about Chelsea game at home at Old Trafford? We absolutely bopped them off the park.
What?
We bopped them off the park.
What?
We bopped them off the park. Actually, you can even say Chelsea at Stamford Bridge, bro, was a bit surprising. We bopped them as well, but they just got the result in the end.
What about under Ollie when they beat Spurs? Like
even Ches can't deny that one.
Didn't you guys beat Spurs? Like, or who was it that you beat very bad? Like,
I remember we bopped.
I'm hearing interim Ollie, innit? I'm hearing interim Ollie.
I'm not hearing that.
I remember seeing. I actually went to United versus Spurs when United beat us 2-0.
I was there
United
as well.
I was at the game and I couldn't believe how good United were. They absolutely wiped us.
What year was that? 2020?
That was
Ten Hag's two seasons ago. First season.
Ten Hag's first season.
It's under the lights.
They whooped. Honestly, they whooped us. That's probably the last great United game I've seen. Like where
Ronaldo was there. that the one with Ronaldo scored?
No, he didn't score.
It was
He was gone by then.
I think Ronaldo.
Rashford. It was Rashford.
No, the Ronaldo game was when he scored like a hat trick.
Yeah.
So I
No,
think
that was
Rashford 2-0.
No, this was
that was
back
3
in.
years ago,
No,
the Ronaldo
it wasn't. It wasn't. I remember because Fred
Oh.
scored the first goal. I remember. Fred and I think Bruno
Yeah,
Fernandes.
in a nutshell,
Fred
Man
and a
United
deflected
don't play
Bruno
good football.
strike.
You know
Yeah.
my
Play good
theory
football.
with Ten Hag
Liverpool
is
football's dusty. Arsenal play good ball. Chelsea maybe, but yeah, that's it.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I
my theory is
yeah.
Ten
Well,
Hag
talking
threw
about
away
that,
his
go on.
first season. He threw away his principles for the first season. Second season, he tried to implement it. It didn't work. I think this season he might just go back to resorting to.
Well,
trying to
Igal,
get the
would you
best out of him.
rather
You
have
can't. Not
principles or
allowed.
trophies?
Hmm.
I
No,
like
ask the question.
I like
Yeah,
principles.
easy.
I
Yeah,
like
no, ask the
principles
question.
too. You know, but it don't give you trophies. Do you
One
know what I mean?
second.
You can't go back. You can't
It's
go.
about the how you feel about the team. The performances,
absolutely.
over 38 games can be terrible, and you can still get a cup. Or would you rather have good performances the whole 38 games and have games where you lose, win, have
I'm
some
not,
bad?
allowed,
I'm taking the trophy.
I'm not allowed to answer this question because Spurs don't win trophies. So I think that
I
that's
think
a
it
question
comes
for
hand
other
in. It
people.
comes
Yeah,
hand
we
in
always
hand.
have this debate with Kaz.
You know what
No,
it is?
no,
Everybody,
It comes
I
hand in
think-
hand.
yeah.
That's it. It comes hand in hand. There's nothing.
If
If
much
you're
more
ever
to it.
gonna try to win the league, you're gonna need good performances.
No,
Yeah.
but Kaz, teams who do both are generational. Rarely
Yeah,
teams do both.
But the thing
Yeah.
as well is, but just
Let's
and I've
be
said
honest.
this.
Yeah,
I've
but
said
only
this- I've said this
Simeone's
before.
teams can like play
Yeah,
harango like that.
the exceptions make the rule though. Most teams, if you play good football and you win,
Bad
they're like
football
one of
is
the
not
best teams.
sustainable, and I think that's gone to shown.
Yeah,
over the
that-
years.
that's-
Mourinho's
that's
second
it.
season for you lot, I think he did it.
Nah,
Yeah,
Yeah,
but it's not. Again, it's not
I think in
sustainable.
order to win the Champions League, that's what Thomas Tuchel did at times.
Yeah, but again, like I said, it's not sustainable. Coaches don't
Yeah,
last.
what do you mean, Thomas Tuchel?
Players
Say
get
again?
players
Yeah.
get fed up.
You guys did not have the most convincing performances, but you were effective
That's
and you got
cap.
the job done.
No,
No,
that's
some of
rubbish.
them
No,
were
that's
good. But
rubbish.
some of them,
Don't-
yeah, some
don't
of them were
revise
good, but
this.
some of them were shit though.
One sec, Kaz, don't revise the games. We played good against the teams we played against. Where do we
No,
play
come
poorly?
on. You guys were really good defensively, but offensively you're shocking.
How was we shocking
And
offensively?
you still won the Champions League. So at the end of the day, who cares?
Also, but Igal, what
No.
about the natural, like even looking at United and stuff, like the natural evolution of some players will help them as well. You know, when you look at like the Garnachos, the Hoylands, the Mainus, these players naturally should get better next season. Yeah, even if everything else remains the same, those players should be more impactful as the
Yeah.
season goes on and stuff.
but-
So
But you're targeting someone, Calafiori, both your clubs at the bottom.
I listen. I would like
Trying to hijack the Juve
I don't
deal.
even know who
Apparently,
he is. Like,
so he plays for Bologna. He had a good season. He's in Italy's setup right now, and
Yeah.
he's been tipped and known to be quite the guy to play left back, so or centre back, left-sided player. I think Tottenham could do with someone like that. Juve are trying to do the deal, but they're not getting it over the line at this moment of time. And Chelsea are trying to hijack the deal apparently as well,
Mhm.
because they see him as a left back. Like he's a bit like, if you want to compare his profile, imagine Nathan Ake.
Is he Serie A
You know
player?
do you know what
Hmm?
though? You know what the hot take is? I actually don't mind keeping Cucurella for the season.
But what about another left back? Because
I mean,
Metzen looks
he's
like he's on his
like
way
Colwell
out.
If
No, he won't have that.
if Chilwell was there, then like I don't want him to start. But if he's a backup, then I don't mind him. Because the way we play, one of the fullbacks will invert. So for example,
Yeah.
if you have like Chilwell playing, he's back up for Cucurella and James inverts, I don't mind. I don't think Cucurella's that bad.
Yeah.
I'll be honest. Like,
One thing I also think is going to be quite interesting is the players, like for example, and this is one thing that, like as a Spurs fan, in the World Cup, right? When we had the World Cup in Qatar, Spurs had a huge number of players at that tournament. Yeah, I think we had like 18 players at that tournament. Yeah, and obviously the second half of that season we kind of fell apart. So Spurs only have 4 players at this tournament, and one of them's Højbjerg, who won't be here next season. Blah blah blah. I'm looking at this as well in terms of this is also a short turnaround for a lot of clubs. I think preseason starts before the Euros is even finished.
In some cases, potentially, yeah.
So it'll be
Yeah.
really interesting to see the newer managers who have a lot of players who are away on international duty.
Stop it, man.
Like when are they going to get to work with these players and stuff like that? Do you know what I mean? So, like how much is Slot going to be able to work with, say, like Konate, Van Dijk, stuff like that. He's not really going to see.
Yeah, but
them.
how's Calafiori going to work with you lot? You got Van der Ven there, don't get me wrong, and also you got Udogie, but then you need cover. Bro, you need players like this.
I can't see Calafiori, like, that'd be great signing, and I guess that would mean, but I already like Dragusin, so I think Dragusin.
Yeah, but Dragusin might be used as maybe as a right centre back cover or someone that can go there. Romero has been linked away, by the way, to Real Madrid.
No, he won't be. We won't be selling him this summer anyway. Like we'll see.
If a good offer comes in, I don't see why.
No.
It's Real Madrid. It's Real Madrid.
He's an Argentinian as well, by the way.
Yeah, let's not rubbish off Real Madrid.
Doesn't matter. He's not going this summer, but I do think that we need to seriously compete for something. Like we need to play a final next season, or I think he'll be gone next summer, because you can't have players of that level and not be trying to compete at the highest level in it for cups and trophies. Other players are at different periods, but Romero will be like 26 and blah blah. So for me, that's a prime age.
Well, I can see why, by the way, why Chelsea wants Calafiori, by the way. It makes sense because Maresca wants someone overlapping.
I've never watched him.
You know what I find? You know what I'd like him to? You know what? Mons alluded me to something. This guy allowed an ex-man to lips up his girl on camera. So all I already know that this guy is a bitch.
Wait, what?
Yeah, you heard.
No. What happened was the reporter was laying in it. So he's been interviewed by a reporter, like a gal in it, and the reporter was laying, and his girl walked past and just lips man up on camera on a mad thing. Like his girl just lips man up on camera.
Lips Calafiori.
Yeah. Calafiori's girl.
She was jealous.
So
he's a bad boy. He's a sweet boy. So he'd suit Chelsea to a T then, if that's the case.
They're light skins and that. I hear it.
But I left back. It will suit Maresca's system as well. That means the whole inverting for Reece James won't be needed at times if you got Cucurella or Calafiori. You got Reece James and Malagusa to go forward.
I don't want Shaw to stay, but
he's only had one season though. That's the thing. He's had one season in it because where did he come from? Was it Basel? He come from?
I don't know where he's from. But I know he plays for Bologna. He's
young.
I mean,
before Bologna.
I don't know. He's an Italian.
No. It was. I think it was. I might be wrong. Is it Basel? Yeah, it was Basel. He had 2 seasons. He's had 2 seasons at Basel. Well, 1 season at Basel.
He came from. You sure? No, yeah, he played at Basel for 1 year, but he's from actually Roma.
Oh yeah, okay. That's the academy he come from, innit? But he was at Basel last year, then Bologna, then and now he got the call up.
Well, there you go.
Have you guys watched him play much? Be honest.
Not personally, not really. You know what? I've seen clips over the. You know when you just see clips come up, that kind of stuff, when people gas him up, and then obviously Italy right now. That's the only thing I've seen of him to see much of a profile. He looks like he kind of reminds me like he's just a front foot defender as well. Like he can't like gets drawn out, likes to be pressing and all that stuff. Quite.
You know what? Spurs, their scouts are doing their job.
It's really good on the ball as well.
Spurs, I've been seeing their scouts are literally going a little bit more around than just keeping it simple, just trying to get Premier League hype or Championship hype players. Because what happened to that kid that you signed from the Championship? Never played a game for you guys.
Sessegnon.
No, what's his name? The was he a right back or a left back? I forget.
Spence.
Yeah, what happened to that guy? It's like
he's Genoa. He's playing for Genoa on loan, maybe.
Down there permanently, apparently.
Yeah,
but you touched on the point that Jason earlier. Yeah? Everyone's got good scouts now, isn't it? So that's why everyone's been linked to similar players, because everyone laughed at Chelsea for doing it 2 years ago, and now everyone's, even the Arsenal model, everyone's doing the same thing.
Yes,
people laugh at all the same policy under 25. What's it called? All the data and all that, and no one's laughing at them. When Chelsea were doing it, it was under 25.
No, but Ched, do you know what is? Do you know what is about? You know what is about your fans, that if you're linked to any English player under 23, there's no possibility he's going anywhere else. Joe Shields has worked with him. He's definitely.
Let's stop the revisionist history. When Chelsea signed Enzo, when Chelsea went in this, when they had Graham Potter, people are saying this might be the fastest rebuild ever. So because it didn't work out at the back end of last season and this past season, that's why people are looking at Chelsea's signings a little bit sideways. But the reality is you did start to get a lot of your praises when you signed Enzo and you didn't make those signings for Mudryk. Now, when those signings didn't necessarily lead to success instantly, people are looking at it saying a little bit like, what are you guys doing? Originally, people were heaping your praises.
The the logic you're saying makes sense, but the issue is the overall picture, isn't it?
No, but
Like,
I
this is-
remember everyone was heaping your praises when you signed Enzo and Mudryk. It only
No, but in
flipped because it
isolation.
didn't lead to success.
No. Where you just picked out 2 players with the most scrutiny, or obviously to suit your agenda. But what I'll say is that like the model itself, it isn't a failed model because right now we're not looking for success right now. These players haven't been bought to win the league next season or this season.
That's true. That's
so
true.
like it's easy to Mudryk is an exception that I'll actually accept. So he's actually not even looking average, he's looking poor. But everyone else, I would say, at least Enzo showed a base level when he came in. Yes, you might not rate him now, but he actually shows quality in players.
But all I'm saying is when you say people criticize Chelsea but big up other people, is because Chelsea criticism was warranted. You guys went too far one way.
Yeah, we went too much of the old and we went too much of the new. Somewhere in the middle that we're doing now, like tossing, Elise coming in. If we get Garassi, that's a good middle ground. So I agree with that.
Garassi,
I gotta go, guys.
Yeah,
Everyone, I'll catch you guys in a bit.
Yeah. But yeah, gonna wrap up there. Quick one. If people haven't joined our watch long platform as well, it's right there in the chat. It's in the pinned as well, where we do all our watch longs. It's been getting really good numbers as well. Funny enough, got some statistics as well. Blah blah. Me and Daps are on there pretty much every Euro game. Going to be there for the Premier League, and you might see Monts, you might see Don, you might see a few people on that platform as well if they do come over, do some sort of watch along. So do go and sign up. It's totally free. It takes 2 seconds. People in the chat already in there. We got like 250 members already. So do go and sign up right there. Go subscribe to the people as well. It's all in the description below. So if you don't mind doing that, go sign up. It's totally free. You'll get an email before we go live as well. It goes to email. There will be an app at some point. But yeah, do that if you don't mind. And big up to everyone on the panel. Just go over to Gal's channel. So go show him some love, even if you don't like him. In a bit.